want to put you on the spot. It is clear that Kevin Plank has been instrumental in the city of Baltimore. However, he benefited and Under Armour benefited as a result of a loophole in the law in the state of Maryland that enabled him to take advantage of what's called the opportunity zone. That is basically intended for poor, neglected communities. He was able to benefit from it. We are not against Kevin Plank. Kevin Plank, this is Doc Cheatham. I love you, my brother. We're just saying, we're asking Kevin Plank the same thing we did with Transamerica about 2 or 3 months ago. We said to Transamerica, we thank you, we commend you for bringing money into our community. The same thing we say with Kevin Plank. Kevin Plank, you are doing some positive things that are helping our community. We're asking Kevin Plank today to come and support our effort. We are a deserving community that is in 1502 and 1503 so far as the census tract is concerned. However, we were a Jewish community. The city of Baltimore, as they discriminated in housing. Housing first started discrimination in the city of Baltimore. Our Jewish brothers and sisters were a victim of the discrimination. What we found was our community right now is Easterwood, Sandtown. We are not in the opportunity zone. All the data tells us, even the city, when they approved of our master plan 2 years ago, they said, we don't know why you are not in the opportunity zone. And I said the reason is the same reason Reservoir Hill is doing good, Mount Royal is doing good, Golden Park is doing good, because those were the 3 city areas that they discriminated against blacks and Jews. The 4th area was Easterwood. So we are not in the opportunity zone. We want to be in the opportunity zone, and we're saying, Kevin Plank, this community loves you. We want you to get behind us and support us being in the opportunity zone.
So, you know what? I want to add something to what you say, Doc. So, newsflash. Some of our zip codes now are in the opportunity zone. Through the pandemic, I've worked and helped over 3,000 small business owners receive the PPP and the EIDL money. During this administration, the Biden administration, his administration went to the Secretary of SBA on several occasions, stopped the portal, and came up with some new guidelines. And what they came up with back in August of last year was to begin to re-identify those zip codes that actually would be part of the most deprived areas that are lacking funding. So we're going to revisit that, Doc, because the good news is, see, I'll be fighting behind the scenes. The good news is, yes, now we've got 21217.
Yes,
some areas of 21215. Some areas of even 21229 that are part of now that opportunity zone. So look, we talking to you, Under Armour, but guess what? We need you to participate, because now you've been laser focused on several areas that now they're up, they've arrived, okay? We need those deprived areas in that 21215 zip code area and that 21217 zip code area to now benefit from the hundreds of millions of dollars that is now poured into the city. You have a question?
Doc Cheatham, all the gubernatorial candidates have something involved in this Port Covington, the $1 billion tax windfall. You got, Wes Moore, who's a candidate who's also Under Armour board of director as we speak. You got Peter Francho as a controller of Maryland who accepted it and did this. You have, Roshan Baker. I mean, what's your opinion?
I just got an email from what is Shannon Sneed running with? She's union guy.
Yeah,
They emailed me this morning.
Yeah, Lieutenant Governor.
It's ironic they're not here, but they all communicating with us, because we will have a major town hall meeting, and we will be asking the gubernatorial candidates to definitely come to our our town hall meeting. It's a senior citizen town hall meeting, which means it'll be a meeting where people are there that vote. And these seniors are saying, we got three major issues. The first one is seniors. The second one is to give us a plan how you're going to address the problems of Baltimore City. But the number three issue is food markets. And we're telling these candidates are running for governor, for comptroller, for attorney general, if you're not going to address those three areas, including food deserts, you will not speak before our crowd.
Right.
We want to know everybody's agenda. And the agenda has those three issues. And my issues for today's thing, and want to thank Channel 2, WMAR-TV for being here, because the other stations should be here as well. You know, y'all find it very easy to report on the crime and violence. We need the news media to report about this issue.
Absolutely.
25% of the people that live in Baltimore City are in a food desert. None of the elected officials live in a food desert. So you wonder why we don't have food markets.
They don't
care. They don't care. So we're saying very clearly, if you want Baltimore City's votes, you got to take care of the people. And one of the major issues is the food desert issue.
What do you think it is about Sandtown Winchester that makes it easy for people to ignore it or to think, I mean, opportunity zone, that should be a no-brainer, and yet it's not on anybody's mind. Why do you think that is?
Well, the opportunity zone, first folks had to understand it benefits businesses financially to be in an opportunity zone. And unfortunately, because of Baltimore's past history of being a very discriminatory city, you had some communities. So the community I live in now, we're saying, guess what? Senior citizens are meeting on the 29th of March. One of the major issues is food desert. So I want to say this, I didn't say this earlier, I want to thank Peter Sibler. He has written article after article after article about this. Channel 2, you have been outstanding to cover this. We're going to make this a campaign issue. The last day to file is March 22nd. The week after, the 29th, that's when the first big town hall meeting will start.
We look forward to
Real quick,
being
can I just
All right, I'm Christopher Anderson on the Baltimore City Central Committee representing District 7. The rally today is for enterprise opportunity zones in South Sandtown, Winchester. Now, some of the enterprise opportunity zones that were given in the 2020 election, that new policy that came out of conservative administration, is now being given to Under Armour, a company here in South Baltimore that doesn't need the revitalization, not like Sandtown and Winchester do. So today I've come to this protest for District 7 in Sandtown, and Winchester that so desperately need those opportunity zones. Those opportunity zones can revitalize that whole West Zone, which includes Mondawmin Mall, by the way.
Yeah.
One of the best malls in the nation as far as consumerism, needs so desperately revitalization for that whole area. Of course, unfortunately, the underprivileged and people of color in that area, I don't know, they need that more than anybody. And I don't understand why it's down here and the Under Armour area, where this area already seems like it's built up. We need to put more money into this area before we have low areas in West Baltimore that need the money.
On Thursday, and I'm glad to say AARP now financing my radio show.
Oh, wow, congratulations.
Yeah, we made that announcement yesterday.
Oh.
So we got our first corporate sponsor.
Wow.
But I'm going out to 5. I want to go back to what I did 17 years ago. I was one of the first to do a 2-hour radio show.
Wow, nice.
See, I was the show that Carlton Douglas does now.
Oh, okay.
When Frank Conaway brought that show, he replaced me.
I remember Frank.
He replaced me. I had the 2-hour show. And then the NAACP did good. And then I left and I said, I don't want to spend no more of that kind of money. But I'm gonna bring that back. I'm gonna let these young whippersnappers know this is how you get things done.
Right. Yeah.
And I was the guy too.
No, of course, but
You
you gotta fight with us.
You know, Miles, my second lawsuit, that. That was my problem.
And you know, that's like Doug Duncan's in 1995. I bought one of the cases of 465 cases that the president of the NAACP in Montgomery County, Doug Duncan. And
my
so
goodness.
I was the one that initiated the DOJ getting involved with the police brutality in Montgomery County and not one black police
How did
officer.
I miss this?
So we got Charles Luce that became the first black police chief in Montgomery County. Okay? For 27 years old.
So can we get a photograph?
The kid,
Doc.
That's okay.
We're all standing right here.
I'm glad Peter.
We would have figured it out.
Peter has known me long enough to know Doctor is here.
Okay.
He will be if he's a half an hour early.
He gonna call. Yeah, he gonna call.
Oh, yeah.
Track you down.
Oh, okay.
So I'm always here early, and I guess people say, "Oh, yeah, where's Doc?" I've been sitting there for the last 45 minutes.
I know.
We were over here sitting over here.
Well, you know what? I wonder if we can call and actually get an appointment with him.
Kevin Plank, yeah.
That would be nice.
I've got to run, but thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
5 to 6.
Thank you.
Thank
Do you
you.
have a card?
I appreciate you.
I don't actually. I should have.
All right.